Hello everyone, welcome in. We have a couple of people in here. I think it's about time we just get started. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me? Are we good? Are we good to go? Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? You know, all that jazz. Sound check, 1, 2. Hydrating today. I decided that coffee was not the option. Well, we should get started within 15 minutes, JP, so you'll see something. Alright, everything sounds good. You guys can hear me. Awesome. Thank you so much. First of all, I apologize for not streaming last week. Just wasn't going to happen. And the previous weeks were streamed on Twitch, so if you haven't noticed those streams, that's why. I did put a YouTube notification out to say I was streaming on Twitch, but no worries if you missed those. They should still be up on Twitch if you want to do some catch up. But I did a poll on Instagram today to see where I would stream because I'm still a little bit undecided, but it was like 68% wanted me to stream on YouTube, so I figured the people have spoken. So here we are. Alright, so first of all, the update about the stickers, which most of you guys will have remember we were doing these stickers on stream. I don't know where they are right now. They've been paid for, they've assumably been printed, and I don't know, I gotta look up. I'll probably gotta email them and say, hey, where are they? They should be coming in any days now. If it's not in today, it'll be on Monday that I'll get those in. So I'm super excited to see them. I hope they're good. I really do. But in the meantime, I have another little project that I wanted to try. So let's jump in here and give you a bit of context. This is my little rough sketcheroony that I did for a bookmark. And my friend Mr. B, I don't know if he's in the chat, he's probably not. I don't think he's here yet. He might pop in. Mr. B is a friend who lives close to me, and he's been getting into woodworking, and he's really skilled, but he also has this machine that I will say prints on wood, but it kind of etches into the wood, so if that makes sense. Mr. B! Mr. B is here. Mr. B will explain it if he feels he needs to, because I don't think I've seen the machine in person. I would like to pop around sometime and you can show me how it actually works and see it printing. That would be really, really cool. So anyway, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to collaborate with Mr. B and see if we could make something cool. So we thought we would do a little bookmark. So this is just a sketch that I sketched up. Laser engraves, there you go. You've seen it, but not in action. Your workshop is very overwhelming. There's like so many things everywhere. I'm just like, ooh, look at all the things. Now, I don't think I refined that sketch, actually. I think that's just what I inked on. Now, the way it works, it has to be vector art, which is not something I really like doing. So I inked it up in here with the idea in mind that it would be turned into a vector. So I wanted the lines to already be very, very clean, because when you do a live trace or whatever they call it, I just did it in Photoshop somehow, you lose a lot of character in the lines. It kind of predicts what it thinks it should be. So I tried to simplify everything as much as I possibly could. I'm not like 100% happy with this artwork. So I'll just say that, you know, but I wanted to test. So I wanted to test how these small lines would come out, things like that, what would get translated well and what wouldn't. And yeah, I didn't know what to expect. Actually, that's a good line to look at there, because that's probably the thinnest line we have in the whole artwork. Yeah, cool. So, without further ado, I will show you our prototype. Okay, so it's not perfect. There's things that we need to change, but I'll show you what Mr. B come up with for me. I can change my camera focus here. Yeah, look, I'm never going to be 100% happy. If I can be 90%, then, you know, that's okay. That's good enough for me. All right, camera focus. I don't think it's going to focus very well because I'm using my GoPro. It's really bad, but this is the bookmark made out of wood. What kind of wood is it, Mr. B? It's pine, isn't it? Anyway, so where are we? Everything that is black in the line work is actually you can't really see. It's etched in quite fairly deep, actually. So this is just to see what it would look like, because I thought it could be a really cool idea to make some things. Yeah, this is pine, and we also did some oak ones too, which is a little bit harder to see the artwork because of the grain. So I think maybe we will experiment with different types of wood. But I really like the color of the oak. It's very, very cool. So what we're going to do is, so Mr. B put like punched a little hole in there. We're going to get some nice ribbons to you can actually use it as a bookmark. Probably, I reckon, round off those edges. I think we'll do that so that it's not like sharp. And yeah, there's other possibilities that I'd like to try with this wood engraving. I would like to try and paint some wood engravings. We'll come back to that. All right, so yeah, so that was just the sample. If you guys like super keen, there's a few things I need to fix on that sample. Now that we've seen it, but if you guys are interested in that one too, maybe we could do some up. If you guys are particularly attached to that one, but I wanted to do some other artwork. So let's go back here. Actually, before we go back, let's go back to the camera. So when was this? This was 2019. I did these were actually intended to be bookmarks. These are original artworks, watercolor, of kind of green men, basically. Tree spirits. We have oak, made up of oak leaves. We have ash, made of ash leaves. And we have thorn with hawthorn leaves. I think he is my favorite of the bunch. Oh, the thin, yeah, that's what I was going to look at. That thin piece of line, where is that? Let's have a look at that before we move on. Okay, so it's that one there. Okay, it it sort of didn't work. I don't think you're going to be able to see on here, but it's like, oh, this is really hard. It's there, and I think there's a gap in it, so it kind of, it's almost there. It just didn't quite go all the way. Yeah. So I guess that's okay though. I think all the rest is pretty good. Actually, that's a really thin line there actually too. And that didn't come out. That didn't come out really at all. Yeah. Anyway, you can't see because the camera won't focus. Yeah. So anyway, I did these bookmarks, and I don't think I ever did anything with them. They've just been sitting around, and I get to enjoy them, but no one else does. So I was thinking maybe I would translate them into this method, or redraw them, or something like that. I haven't fully got my idea of what kind of bookmarks I want to make. This is a very spur of the moment sort of decision. There is this one I chucked together the other day. Let's go back to this. I think this was a fairy that we drew for the stickers that kind of just never happened, I think. Whew! It is hot in here today, guys. I'm like burning up. So if my face goes all red, you know why. Yeah, but I thought maybe that could make a cool bookmark. I don't know. So we can either work on this one, or where's it gone? Where has it gone? Is it in here? There was something else I was working on. Well, that's awkward. I can't find it. That's super awkward. Maybe it's in somewhere weird. Wow, I'm so organized. Look at this. Well, I think maybe we'll have to work on that one. No, there it is. The reason why I lost that was because it was hidden in a layer, not its own thing. Sorry, I'll just take my headphones off because, good lord, it's hot in here today. Oh my god. I'm not used to the heat in Tasmania. So, yeah. So this is basically, I thought maybe I would redo oak here. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you think we should work on? Should we sketch out this dude a little bit more? Maybe get him inked? Or should we ink Fairy Girl? I'm going to chuck a poll. How do I do that? Can I do that? I think I can do that. There we go, poll. Fairy or Green Man? There you go. Chucking it to you guys. You're leaning towards oak? Okay. But yeah, it's probably going to be a fairly quick stream today because the heat is going to be shocking. It's probably not even going to be that hot actually, but we're just so not used to the heat here, and my studio is upstairs with a tin roof. And whew. What is the weather going to be? I just want to check. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you what the temperature is going to be because you just laugh at me. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm pretty sold. Like, I want to do the Green Men anyway. But as for the fairies and girls, I haven't got like a specific visual or vision as to what I would want to do just yet. Welcome in, William. Thanks for popping in. 50-50. Oh my gosh. It is 50-50, isn't it? Oh man. That doesn't... Guys, I'm indecisive as it is. You guys gotta help me out here. Anybody who hasn't voted, please vote. Or we'll have to flip a coin. Or maybe we'll do both. If it's 50-50, maybe we'll do both. I'm just going to probably start working on this guy, I think. Because it's sitting right in front of me. 44 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? I have no idea. Something entirely new, maybe. It's hard to come up with ideas on stream, though. It's pressure. Get Goose to choose. Goose is not helping. She's sleeping. Alright, 57% say Green Man. That has sold it for me. So I'm just going to pop him in front of me so I can reference him. I think he's probably too detailed in this. Let's go back to the camera. So he's too detailed here, I think. And so I'm going to simplify that down. I'm going to add some blacks, but not too much black. I feel like in this one I probably put too much black area. So that's why I wanted to do a test, so I could see how it would turn out. Green Man wins. Sweet. 62% say Green Man. Alright. I think we can end that because I'm good with that. Thank you very much for voting. Yeah, simpler, that's it. Anyway, I hope everybody's been well. What? I think this is a very low resolution canvas. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'm using layer assist here. Well, I should be. Drawing assist, and that way we can get the symmetry happening. The thing I don't like about the way symmetry works in here is if I make a selection here and I move it, it doesn't move both, and I kind of want it to. Anyway. Hey Jordan, how you doing, man? And my iPad is still malfunctioning, as you just saw. That's a cool kind of leafy nose. Welcome in, Gustavo. Welcome in, Chaotic. Good to see you again. Now, it's a bit tricky. I am going to do some actual kind of oak leaves. Some of them are going to be oak leaves, and some of them are just like generic-y leafy leaves. But the big ones I will want to look like somewhat like oak leaves, and I'm only referencing what I've drawn before, so hopefully they look like oak leaves. I mean, we could just not be lazy and get some reference, but I think it needs to go down more. Oops. Yes, welcome in all the new peeps. Welcome in, Abby. Dakota says, my tablet keeps forcing me to take breaks. It won't pick up on the pen and I have to wait a minute for it to work again. Oh. What kind of tablet do you use that's doing that? Oh, I do have a button set up for drawing assist. That's awesome. Cool. So I was going to have this symbol in here for oak. It's an interesting thing to think about, because, you know, what can I do with this medium where I know that things are going to be engraved wherever the dark areas are, and how can I use that best to do some cool things with. So as long as Mr. B doesn't mind me experimenting here. Gustavo says, dude, I'm experimenting for the first time being a teacher of art, and I recommend your channel to my kids. Dude, the kids love your art, man. I love it too. Aww. Well, thank you. Hello, kids. No, that's really cool. I don't think I could ever be a teacher, though. You know, it takes confidence to be a teacher, and I feel like I lack confidence in what I do. But yeah, Mr. B says we can invert too. Yes, that's right. We wanted to. I did suggest when I saw Mr. B that I thought maybe it could be interesting if we inverted the drawing. I'm not explaining this very well. So that everything dark. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. What was I saying to you, Mr. B? What was I saying? Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. I'm curious if we invert the image. Anywho. Do we want that leaf to be fatter? Oops. Do we like fat leaves, or do we not like fat leaves? I don't know. Maybe like it just needs a bit more flow to it. I don't know. No, I liked it before. Mr. B sounds Bond villain's cat, like a Bond villain's cat name. It does, doesn't it? Mr. B says light would be hard, dark would be light. Yeah. For a professional nerd, my typing skills today are somewhat lacking. That's alright, man. Okay. Oops, we didn't put symmetry on. No. Drawing assist. There we go. Let's just do it again. thinking about like the blacks is been interesting because I'm focusing way more on shadows now that it's made me think about it, if that makes sense. And being a bit more mindful about where I put my solid blacks because they are going to make somewhat of an impact. Doing there. Maybe. Oops. Should he have a leaf coming out his nostrils? I don't know. I'll leave it there for the moment. Rodrigo, welcome in. Dakota says maybe center the symbol on the leaf a little more. Yes, that's a possibility. In fact, I might just make that its own layer so that we can move it around. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe that should be etched in solidly. Does it look like an O? I don't think it does now that I think about it. Kind of looks like a Q. Maybe if we rotate it, now it's not going to look like a Q anymore. Welcome in, blue-green. Good to see you. So these eyebrows, for instance, are just going to be generic kind of plant life substance. Kind of like what I've done here. Those things. What's going on here though? There was another leaf supposed to be there or something. What do you reckon, Mr. B? Is it looking the right amount of detail? What do you think? The thing is, like, I love doing like lots of little lines and stuff, but I don't think I can do that. I can do it a little bit. I did try and do it a little bit on the hair, like that hair where my finger is right there. So I can do a little bit of line work in here, but not too much. Ah, Ragdoll Bathory, welcome in. How many bookmarks are you doing? I have no idea. Of the green men, I would say I'm doing 3. So we're going to do all of these 3. Which I reckon your favourite will be the same as my favourite, which is this guy, because he's badass. But yeah, I might try and fix this one up as well. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna see what happens. But you know, in the future there could be more than just bookmarks. We could do like little wood prints and stuff. So it doesn't just have to be limited to bookmarks. As long as Mr. B is still happy to work with me. I don't want to bug him too much, but yeah. Okay, so he has little leaves under his eye. Mystic Waters says, people thinking throwing one paper on the streets won't harm the planet. Now imagine if 1 million people think this way. Well, that's an interesting comment to put in the chat. Jenny says, no, like Abel is a Bond villain talking to his cat. Sorry, I had to scroll up there to read that, but that's funny. Thank you, Ragdoll. Haven't really decided how I'm going to border it off either. So I'll probably have to make some adjustments, like we probably need like a safe area, which is probably going to sit around there. We'll work it out, won't we, Mr. B? I mean, it'd probably be good to like actually work in Illustrator to ink this, but I don't actually own a copy of Illustrator because I never use it, so I'm not going to pay for something I don't use every month. Maybe that can all be black. Yeah, I like that. Mr. B says, does not need to be straight lines for the border, can flow in egg shape. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I hope these actually look like oak leaves. If they don't, please let me know. Perhaps I should do some reference. What is going on here? Didn't draw that very well. Welcome in, baby oils. Civi says, hello, I am pretty new in the drawing world. I was thinking to start drawing on the tablet, iPad, but don't know which one is going to do the job well. Can you help me? I would say to do the job well is get the most expensive one you can afford. Basically. If you're pretty new to drawing, I think any of them would be alright, really. As long as it's got the Apple Pencil, which I think they all do now. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. Like, the smaller ones are okay. I would prefer like the biggest screen you can possibly get, which is like the 12.9 inch screen. But you know, the smaller ones are okay too, especially if you're just starting out or if you're on a budget. Kind of just want to Google an oak leaf really quick because maybe I should do it on my phone. You bought the iPad Air, which was only 1,100. That is actually quite a lot. That is quite a lot. Oak leaf. They look a little bit different to what I'm drawing them. It's quite a lot of different kinds of oak leaves too, actually. But yeah, Mr. B, that's an expensive, expensive thing for someone just starting out drawing. Like, holy moly. That's a lot of money. I think I'm probably drawing them too consistent, like in such a way that's just too consistent, perhaps. So I think I'm actually going to delete these. And try and do something different. Leaves are hard, guys. They should be easy, but they're not. See, I'm tempted to do these lines in the leaves, but I don't know if they're going to look any good in the print. Yeah, Ragdoll by 3 says I need an iPad so bad. Android's drawing apps aren't very good. No. I haven't really used them, but I imagine they're not very good. Ooh, it's... okay, that's surprising. I didn't think it would do this, but we do get a symmetrical liquify. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better about that. felt like it was just flowing the wrong way. What drawing apps have you tried on the Android Ragdoll? There should be, right, Sketchbook Pro, is that what it's called? That's like somewhat, I used to use that back in, like 10 years ago. On the computer though. And that wasn't too bad, like that had some pretty cool tools for like drawing with a ruler that you could put on the screen and stuff and move it around. And the way that app would let you draw circles and things like that was really, really cool. Oops. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about him now. He's looking a bit weird. Like he's sticking his tongue out or something. You've tried a few, not sure what they were called, but I use Sketchbook. Right. I have issues with crashing and corrupt files really often. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of like a deal breaker right there. You do not want corrupt files. Civi says, I was thinking on air that 1 is the cheapest, I guess, but in the other hand, iPad Pro, older one, 11 and 12 are insane too. In Serbia, we don't have official Apple seller, and prices are high, there's no reason. Prices are high anyway, really. But, I guess it just depends how badly you want it. Definitely I'm gonna need to make some adjustments, I think, in the end, to pull this together and make sure it sits on the thing properly. Dakota says, I use a Huon Sketch and it's good. Okay. Is that like a portable tablet or is that something you connect to your computer? Somebody else says they use a Wacom Bamboo pen and touch. Yeah, so there's definitely other options out there. It just depends, I guess, if you want it like a portable tablet or a screen pen display, I think is the technical term for something you would plug into your computer. This is such an abstract thing for me to be drawing. Does it even look like something? Would you see this somewhere and be like, oh, Marty drew that? No, probably not. That's why I wasn't quite sure if I should work on this on stream or not, but here we are. We're doing it. So we need a hole. That's probably... let's move all this down a bit maybe. We need the bookmark hole to go like here somewhere. Did you just drill that hole by hand, Mr. B, in the other one? So if I like draw this, you can drill out this bit. Because that'd be cool. Although, probably gonna chop off the top of the leaf there. This is a little tricky to know where to put the blacks, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because I kind of feel like filling all this in, but it might not look any good. Okay, it's not looking too bad. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Oh, some acorns and some twigs. It's not a bad idea. What does an acorn look like? Oak, acorn. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I mean, he's very leafy, isn't he? He needs a bit of variety. I'm just not quite sure where to put them. Oh, the hole is lasered. Okay, cool. Like, I'm tempted to put them down here, but it's gonna be a running gag of like his nuts down there, and I don't think that's a good idea. It's terrible. I get what you're saying though, Abby. Like, he really could have some variety in here instead of just leaves, but it's kind of how I've drawn him in this, so that's what I'm working from. I think that's why I like thorns so much, actually, because he's got that variety. He's got the spiky thorns. He's got the little red berry doodads. He's got like a bit more interesting stuff going on. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to keep doing these leaves, and then we'll see like how can I make him look more interesting. I'm going to pop a little star down here, perhaps. Or where can we put his acorns? If we do acorns, where can we put your little acorns, buddy? Guys. What do you reckon? Okay, I really do think they need to go down here. And we'll just make a joke out of it. I can always take them off if I need to. They kind of just fit here. If it makes any sense. I've never drawn acorns before, so don't judge me too much. Geez, they look like, I don't know what they look like. I don't know about that now that I've done it. I don't know about that. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna just like step back in time a little bit and pretend that never happened. Damn, I should use symmetry more often. It's so much easier to draw stars. Look at that. I'm always doing them by hand and they look weird. Like that. That's a hand-drawn one versus not hand-drawn. Just need to get some guides going on here. Let's go for blue. Drawing assist. Abby says, I was thinking twigs would look neat coming out of his cheek area. Yeah, that could be cool. Mr. B says, can you do the border as a separate layer so we can have it as a separate image? The border. What part do you classify as the border, Mr. B? Ragdoll says, I could see this guy in Brian Froud's world. Oh, that's a compliment. Thank you. Do you mean like the... Mr. B, do you mean the black sections around here? I can do the solid blacks on a different layer if that helps. Also got nowhere to put my signature, but I guess we're gonna have to just put that on the back of the bookmark, I reckon. Maybe I can be more creative than this though. Keep thinking I'm saying Mr. Beast. That's funny. Mr. Beast says the shape the bookmark will be. No. I don't know. I'm not quite sure exactly what you mean, Mr. B. Music is very chill, yes. Very, very chill. Oh, we did that pretty quickly, didn't we? What time is it? How long have we been streaming for? I cannot tell. Why does it not tell me? God damn it, tell me. I don't know. A while. Anyway. Oh, here's my time lapse of the... Oops. Sorry. Here is my time lapse of the girl that I drew originally for the bookmark. Sketched her out like that and didn't like her, so I went back and did it again. Ah, and here's our little dude. An hour-ish, yeah. Something like that, I guess. Well, I kind of like him. I think he just needs a bit more thought, probably. Maybe I'll come back to him at some point. I guess I just want to make sure that he's like easy to look at, not too chaotic and crazy. But I was going to try and figure out these twigs. Ah, twigs. I'm not quite sure where I would put what I would do with it. Branches or something. I don't know. It's coming out of his nose, I'm not sure what's happening. This could possibly just make the whole thing like too busy, but I'm just experimenting anyway. It's interesting, yeah. It's just on another layer, so I'm just like painting in the white and the grey, just so I can pop it on and off, and probably duplicate it. And chuck it over here. I wouldn't say they're the best branches I've ever drawn, so I'm not too fond of those. But it does make him look a little bit more interesting. Let's do another one. Maybe the branches need to frame the border or something. I'm just doing it in red so I can really kind of see what the heck's going on. Dakota says you might not want to overcomplicate it because then not everything might show up then. Yeah, that's exactly right. So it probably will be too much. But now that I'm doing this, I'm thinking I like the idea of incorporating the branches. I think that's really going to make him a much stronger idea. And I've just realized I like the idea of the branches kind of being the frame for his face. Or at least down here and probably up here. But it means a complete kind of rework. But I think it could be worth it because I think I'm onto something with this. Oh, Karen, thank you for subscribing. Mr. B has a crazy idea. Lay it on me, my friend. Erif Rank says, do you use 300 DPI to print this bookmark? It'll be transferred in, it'll be inked and then transferred into vector. So the DPI is kind of irrelevant because vector illustrations can be blown up to any size you want. Ragdoll says maybe asymmetric, like have one in one bottom corner and one in one top corner. Yeah, that's possible. Actually, we'll try that. We'll have a look. Cut and paste. Ooh. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Mr. B's crazy idea is a 2-layer bookmark with the branches being the bones behind oak. 2-layer bookmark. I'm not quite sure what you mean by 2-layer bookmark. Branches being the bones behind oak. Yeah. Mr. B, I think we need to talk about this in person. It'd be much easier. Oh my god. Decisions. I like his general face here. I'm not too happy with the top part here. I think that's kind of just incoherent nonsense. I like my stars, but I don't really like... Yeah, so if I can try and rework this with branches, I think I'm going to be like really, really happy with him. Dakota says, wow, I don't think Korea has insulted you once yet this stream. You know what? It's because I'm not drawing any hands. There's no hands in this drawing, so she can't say anything. Although now I've just given her an excuse to find something. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to do it, aren't I? One moment. Hold on a sec, guys. My window's being stupid. I'm gonna have to fix it. Oh my god. Kriya. That's terrible. Yeah, sorry about that. My window unlatched and was swinging out into the wind, and I really don't want that to smash everywhere, so I had to fix it. Abby says, I'm working on a character design right now, and when I got to the hands, I realized they looked very Ableesque. Oh, don't learn from me. Don't learn from me. I'm sure there's probably some good hand stuff been posted in the tips on the Discord, probably. Should probably have a look at that sometime. Yeah, okay, well, I think what I'm gonna do is mask out this original sketch layer so that we can redraw it with the branches in mind. I think it's worth just going that extra length. When you get a good idea, it's going to make it better. Not to be lazy. And let's just get rid of all of that. Let's see if I can incorporate it in there. So that will be a job for when I return. We've only been streaming for an hour and a half or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little quick break. I'm going to grab some coffee because I do actually need coffee, it turns out. And then we'll try and finish up this sketch. And yeah, I'll be 5 minutes. And I'll see you guys shortly with coffee. Alright, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for being patient there. Alright, what did I miss? You have returned at the wrong time. That's okay. I do take little breaks here and there. I apologise for that. But I have coffee now, and that's all that matters. Hello, Goose. You're going to join us. Yes, thank you very much for linking the Discord group. Let's get back to this. Now, okay, the question is, do we want... Do we want this? Or do we not want this? Now, I am probably going to cut back. Let's just merge them all. Probably going to cut them back a little bit here so that we can see the leaves. Like so. Probably have this leaf popping out. Get our star in there. And then somehow have some more leaves in the background here. Oh, and of course get rid of these bits. Is that looking a bit more cohesive? I hope it is. I'm only here to see the coffee. I am one with the coffee, my friends. I'm unsure if I don't know. Maybe if we just chop that out like that, that would look better. Maybe we do need to chop more out here. Don't think I like this bit. Whoa. That was the wrong brush. Hmm. It's just going to take a little bit of playing around to see if I can get this right. Where do you find the inspiration for this kind of patterns? It's pretty much just instinct. I mean, I have been referencing the original, but I don't believe I used any reference for the original either. It's just kind of coming up with it, really. I like how it looks here, but I am concerned that perhaps this could be just too much. It could be too much. But I can probably simplify it a bit when I ink as well, just to doubly make sure that everything's going to translate properly. Like, for instance, I could probably just fill that in black there. Blue Girl asks what kind of coffee you're having. I just drink instant coffee. It's a thing. I'm not ashamed of it. You may think I should be, but I'm not. Abel, peeps on the Discord want to know what soup you're drinking that you... Yeah, it's coffee flavored soup. Let's go with that. I don't have a coffee machine, I just have a kettle. I'm totally okay with instant coffee, okay guys? I don't mind this. I have had a few different coffee machines in the past. I had various different pod machines, you know, pod coffee, but I don't know. They're very wasteful, like those pods that just go to landfill, don't they? Although I think we did, I say we, me and my ex, we did start buying a certain brand of pod coffee that like was biodegradable or something. I just can't be bothered. I'm just lazy. Just give me the caffeine fix. I don't care where it comes from. I do have plenty of sugar in my coffee, so just give me the sugar, give me the caffeine, and I'll be happy. I don't mind buying like good coffees when I go out. Like I will do that. But yeah. The cool thing is I could probably, if I wanted to do a feature color on these, I could probably hand paint them on. Which might take a little while, because they're quite intricately small, you know, but that's something I could do. Because I kind of like the red. Although it'd probably look better brown, actually. Or green or something like that. But realistically, I'm just going to be turning this to white at some point so we can see it all come together. But yeah, it could be too much, so we'll see how we go. I'm going to keep it to red for the moment so I can see everything. So you actually lick coffee flavored sugar. Well, I don't lick it, but I'm not even gonna respond to this. Yes, Josepha, exactly. Instant coffee does the job. It's fine. It's totally fine. I think I can hear the fan of my computer just working overtime today. Zombie Cat just subscribed. Thank you very much. Welcome in. Just trying to maybe try and get some texture in here to make sure that it kind of looks somewhat like a branch. Should probably be doing this in symmetry so I don't have to draw everything twice. Yes, I definitely should be doing that. Critical Role starts in 10 minutes. Oh, everybody's gonna leave. That's alright, you guys do what's best for you. Not long, guys, until the Wheel of Time drops from Amazon Prime. Is it called Amazon Prime? Amazon TV, whatever. I'm pretty excited. You guys remember we watched the trailer together on one of our streams. Anyone else going to be watching it? Anybody else is excited? Anybody else read the books? The Wheel of Time? Let me know in the comments. I'm a little bit cautious. There's a couple of changes they're doing that makes me like, hope it's gonna be okay. But so far, like all the visuals and the trailers I've seen, like are pretty exciting. Oh gosh, didn't mean to do that. Turn the drawing assist off. There we go. Nobody knows the Wheel of Time? Nobody's pumped for it? That's a bit sad, guys. Come on. You'll be hearing all about it, I'm sure, soon. It's gonna be big. Looks like they've thrown a lot of money into it. The production value looks really good. Yeah, this is an interesting exercise to really think more about my solid blacks and my lines in general, because it can be easy to just, when you're drawing regular things and characters, just chuck heaps of lines down. But if they're not necessary, why have them there, you know? And because this is being etched or engraved, every line is kind of got to make sense and not complicate what we're looking at. So it's a good exercise in making me think more about it. Jenny says, I'm aware of Wheel of Time but never read any. Okay, that's alright. I think, I don't think you'll have needed to read anything. They're making it very accessible. Korea, stop it. Mr. B says, it's a book series I was never interested in reading, but I have been wanting to start it now that Sanderson got involved. Yeah, Sanderson did the last 2 books, I think. Based on Robert Jordan's notes. As I've said before on stream, like I have a love-hate relationship with the books. I found them pretty difficult to get through for various reasons. But the overall, like when the story actually gets moving and the characters actually do things, like I'm there for it and I'm interested. I think I just have no, I don't really have ADD. Maybe I do. I don't know. I'm undiagnosed, but when the story gets bogged down in descriptions of cultures and language and costumes and I'm okay with just brief notes about those things, and I can visualize them in my head very quickly. So I don't need paragraphs and pages describing the way cultures, I don't know, some people really love the Wheel of Time for being so in-depth about their cultures, but I prefer, let's get these characters moving, doing the things. I like the story moving. I'm like that with everything I read too, so it's not just the Wheel of Time I get frustrated on. It's other books as well, but that's why I found it hard to get through them, and they're huge books. I think I need to start book 6. I think it's book 6. And it's taken me years. It's taken me years to get to that point. But I think the show's booked for 7 seasons. 7 seasons and 14 books. So they're going to be like combining things and chopping out some characters here and there, because there's thousands of characters in this damn series. It's impossible to keep track of all the names. Okay, well, I think this is looking alright. We'll probably need to come in and, I don't know, look at it more critically. Because it's not going to be red. That's the thing that's going to throw me. So if I just adjust this to white, it looks kind of cool. I think it's alright. Probably just need to fill in the blank areas and see how we feel. Let's cancel that. I don't know why this bit got deleted, but now I'm going to have to add it back in. And it just doesn't look right, does it? What have I done? That's better. See you, Meeky. Meek, Mike. Van Bockhoven, I don't know how to say your name. Got promoted? What does that mean? I missed the joke. I don't know what you're talking about. Jenny Miller says, culture is something we can learn about through characters over time or as a separate book. Yeah, I think, I don't know, Robert Jordan he's very good at it, but I just like to have the characters keep moving through the story. I think there's, brief interactions and maybe some descriptions here and there, but sometimes it just seemed to go on and on. I guess I'm just an impatient reader. It's probably a me problem, not a Robert Jordan problem. Okay, we can get rid of that. I'm going to make a new layer to work on some of these leaves, because I don't really know what to do without it getting too messy here. So if we go like that. Maybe. And I keep forgetting to put drawing assist on. It's not the only thing you've missed, Abel, no worries. I'm sure I've missed lots of things. Well, I'm definitely glad I did this. So, who was it that suggested? I think, was it Abby? Abby suggested the twigs, the branches. Um, Whoever it was, thank you very much, because I think it was a great idea. I think it looks way more interesting with the branches now that I've done that. And let's just see if we can get this part in here. Is there an Illustrator app for the iPad, guys? You guys know if that exists? Or another vector-based illustration program for the iPad? Because I am going to have to make sure that this is a vector illustration. And if the more control I have over it, the probably, the better outcome we're going to have. It was you, Abby. Thank you very much. Joseph says, I felt that way with Lord of the Rings. The descriptions drag on for too long that you can't really appreciate the big picture. So that's disappointing because I haven't read Lord of the Rings yet, but it is on my list of things to get into at some point. I think it's just the genre. I think it's a genre thing. Rhyme says, hi Abel, can you recommend somewhere online to start advertising yourself to do commission work for someone just starting to take it on? That's an interesting question. I don't really know because I don't really do commission work anymore. Do you mean like personal commission work, or do you mean like trying to get actual art jobs? For commission work, I would just like personal commission work. Yeah, I would post on my socials and be like, hey, I'm doing commissions. Who wants a commission? In terms of like getting a gig, I think ArtStation's probably one of the best places to make your portfolio these days, so I hear. But again, like I don't really search out gigs anymore. It's just not something that I really do. The gigs that I've got currently, I'm just really lucky that they've kind of came to me. But especially when you're starting out, you cannot assume that people are going to find you. It's just not. That's not the way it's going to happen. So, but when I started out, things were really different. It was all about having a website and a portfolio and sending a lot of emails. Maybe that still works, but when I was doing that and scouting work, we're talking about like 2002, more like 2003 actually. So yeah, things have probably changed since then. Ragdoll says, my friend uses Adobe Fresco for vector stuff on iPad. He does relatively simple designs though, not sure how well it fares. Oh, that's a good suggestion actually. I've used Fresco, but I haven't used any vector stuff in Fresco, so... Oh, actually, now that I mention it, now I think of it, Clip Studio... Is it called Clip Studio that I was using? I think it is called Clip Studio, or Paint Studio, or whatever. I think they have an iPad option, an iPad app, so that could be good. The thing that puts me off with Adobe, I could just get Illustrator, but I don't want to have to pay for it every month. That's the thing that puts me off. It's kind of annoying. But I'm on like the basic photography plan because I just wanted Photoshop. Clip Studio Paint, yeah. I reckon they have an app. Maybe that does vector. So that could be a really good option. If I could figure out how to use that on the iPad. Okay, I think we're looking pretty solid. Except for these eyes, they look a bit weird now. I think I liquefied them by accident. Yeah. All right, let's ooh, let's add my original things there. I don't think we need them. Get out of here. All right, let's change this to white. If I can remember how to do it. Okay. Is that an incoherent mess, or can we see what's happening? Let's turn off this so everything's a bit more whiter. I think it looks good. Move that out of the way. Don't you pay for Procreate every month? Asks Dakota. Absolutely not. Procreate is a one-time payment of, I can't remember how much it is now. It's probably like $15. And you get it for life, and you get all the updates. Like, that is how businesses should operate. I mean, it's crazy that Photoshop just don't get it. Anyway. Yeah, one-time payments is what it should be. Like, that's what we want. I can already see a couple of areas that might need just fixing somehow, like can't quite tell what's happening. It's kind of hard to decide how to do this because I know it's not going to be colored, and so everything has to kind of work with just lines. There's no room for, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave this for you guys to have a look at, and please let me know what you think, because you know what it's like when you're working on something and it's hard to make decisions, and it's great to have another pair of eyes on it. Dakota says, I think Procreate is only a one-time payment on iPad. This is correct, yes. Yeah, Procreate is only on the iPad. It's not on anything else, and it most likely never will be. JP says some of the stem lines are really narrow, might not show up on the bookmark. Yeah, that's possible. Like this one up here. Where are we? That definitely needs to be thicker. Well, if Mr. B's still here, he could give us some insight, because he knows probably how it's going to look. I don't know, it's making me want to just like fill bits in because I feel like there might be too much. Like what even is this section? I can't even remember what that was supposed to be now, but maybe if we just made it black, that would be easier for us to see the things that we want to see. So does it make sense? Let's turn that on and off. That is, for me, that makes my brain happier. Yeah. I don't really like that bit. I feel like that could be, I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is hard. Making stuff is hard. Okay, I think that's better. Ragdoll says, do you have the option to hatch things to make like mid-tone areas? I do, but I don't know how well it will come out because, yeah, it's hard. Actually, we have the option. Apparently we can print in like not just black and white. Mr. B said that if there are some things that are grey, it will only engrave like maybe half the way that a fully black thing would. And so maybe that will make a difference. I don't know. It could be interesting to try and experiment with, because that would be really cool if I could add like another layer to all the solid objects here. For example, if I went to, I could put like an extra layer of leaves in here. I think that would be cool, but I don't know how that will work. So yeah, I'm just trying to like simplify it as much as I can with the way that we're doing it here. Anyway, I think this is probably ready to ink. Maybe we can just remove some of that. But yeah, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe not so much this section. think, yeah, I just need more shadows to really pop things out. Like, maybe that works. Maybe this needs more shadow underneath here. Like so. I'm being pedantic now, guys. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little experience of coming up with this guy. See you, JP. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. Fox, it says some of the branchy things as the bottom right and on the sides of the eyes look less branchy than other places. Some of the branchy things as the bottom right and on the sides of the eyes. I'm not sure I follow you. Doesn't mean you're wrong. I'm just an idiot and I don't know. Oh, actually, now that I see something, I think we can fill that in there. I think I'm okay with him. Unless we can figure out what Fox it meant, but... yeah, like I said, I'm trying to draw these branches with as little detail as possible. So usually I would do all sorts of like cross-hatching and lines to indicate what I would want it to look like, but I am just kind of trying to simplify it somewhat. Like the have less detail, I guess, not as many little grooves and lines. Did you mean these things? These little lines coming in? You don't like them? Yeah, they could be too much. Or do you want more of them? I don't know. They could actually be complicating it a little too much. Oh, she wants more grooves. Well, what does everybody else want? Should we get more groovy? Or less groovy? Yes, I do like them. It looked like that bottom side didn't have any, but you fixed it. I just thought it looked like that area looked like it had less. Okay, gotcha. I wonder if that hole is big enough. That's something I'm going to have to ask Mr. B about. Let's have a look here. Looks about right. Looks about right. I don't think he put the hole in the middle though. But that's okay. We will make sure we get everything symmetrical when we do these ones. That could be too much. Oop. Anyway, I think I've done enough of this. I think it's ready for a bit of inking and maybe some adjustments while I ink as well. Maybe we'll do a test print and see how that comes out. I'm pretty happy with him. Foxit says, I missed the start of the stream. You keep saying engraved. Are these going to be wooden? Yes, they are. Absolutely. Let me show you again what we're going to do. So we'll just go to camera focus. So for those who missed it, what I did this week was, this was just a test. I didn't really spend a whole bunch of time on this, but we took, hold on. Why can't we see? There we go. So I did this just to get printed up, engraved on these little bits of wood. And so this is how it turned out. It's not the best camera to be showing you guys, but you can kind of see how it works. There's a lot of black, so this was a learning experience. But it did pick up my signature pretty well. It's just kind of really hard to see on this camera because it will not focus on anything else. But I assure you, it does look pretty good. It's probably a little too thin and delicate. So this is why I wanted to get this printed out, so that I knew kind of what's too thin and what's not. And so now that I know that that is probably too thin, I might thicken it up a little bit. And yeah, but yeah, they're going to be printed on wood. So we've got some pine and we have some oak, different kind of colors. The grain in the oak is probably just too distracting to be honest. But like I said, I do like the color of it. It's pretty cool. So probably going to go with pine because it's just way easier to see. There's another one. And they're all going to be coming out different, like I said, depending on the grain of the wood as well. Yeah, so very, very exciting to be doing this. I really like actually how the border down the bottom came out. I think that's probably the best part of the drawing, to be honest. But yeah, they're very 3D. It's very etched in there. Very, very cut out, quite deep. And so, yes, we're gonna see how this guy comes out. I think he's gonna be pretty cool. Having looking at it with fresh eyes now, I can kind of see that it might be still a little bit too detailed and messy. So yeah, It's hard for me to simplify things down, but it's a good exercise. So it's a very interesting thing to be doing. I'm pretty excited. I was very, very excited to get these done this week. And shout out to Mr. B for doing it. You guys see Goose? Okay, yeah, Goose is just there. Goose, everybody wants to see you. Come here. She really doesn't want to. She's very lazy. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. No. Oh, and I can't pull that anywhere. There you go. That's all the Goose you're going to get today, guys. Yeah, she just wants to sleep. She's already been for a walk today, so she's fairly happy. But yeah, all right. I think that concludes me today for today's stream. But I'll try and be back next week. I'm not sure what we're going to work on. We might work on more bookmarks. Who knows? But actually, next week should be quite exciting because depending if I do this with Mr. B, but we might have something more printed, maybe, if Mr. B's up for that. But I should have the stickers, the fairy stickers should have come in by then. And so that'll be really exciting to show them off on stream. I can't wait to see them and package them together, put them on the store and get them out to you guys. So until then, have a fantastic weekend, have a fantastic week. I look forward to doing this again. And Hugo Man says, those would look super cool with some black enamel paint on the grooves, I think. Yeah, see, I just want to keep experimenting and finding out new ways of doing things. I'm not opposed to painting some. And this is what I think we were talking about with inverting the image. So if I invert it and then I roll it with some paint, anyway, we'll leave it at that. It's confusing. Yeah. Okay, guys. Love ya. I'll catch you next time. Have a great week. Great weekend. See you guys. Thanks for watching.